So I am starting fertility testing tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Maggie and I am back today. Today was our first appointment back with the fertility doctor that I saw almost 2 years ago. It was November of, I guess it would have been 2021. Really loved the doctor, got overwhelmed very quickly, and also I felt like there was just a lot going on in our lives and stuff going on with my health, and it didn't feel right. So I stopped going before I got barely anything done. I did get some tests done. I got some different hormone levels checked, and I got a transvaginal ultrasound done that actually all turned out totally normal. But that's as far as I got. There were a number of other tests that I was given to get done. A HSG, a saline sonogram, I believe, and a few other things. And it was a long list, and I was like, whoa. But here I am, 2 years later, still nothing on the front of pregnancy, like never ever had a positive, and clearly have some surgery and medical history that just can definitely impact this. So I'm ready. I'm ready to not put life on hold anymore. And so Zach and I made our appointment. Like I said, we had it this morning. Our doctor was very chill, which I love. I need that in a doctor, just like very relaxed, and made me feel better about certain things. One of the things that I was worried about was, he's concerned about my fallopian tubes. Like, that's what he said right off the bat. He's like, I remember we were worried about your fallopian tubes, so that's really what I want to see. And I said, I know that the tests, it can be painful if there is a blockage. And he's like, you're right, but we switched the way things, like how we do things. We don't like to send people to the hospital anymore, like an outside facility. We like to do them in our office, where all they do all day are these HSG tests. So they're very familiar, like this is literally all they do, and they will work with you. And I said, that made me feel a lot better, because 2 years ago, I actually did try to schedule the appointment, and it was with an outside hospital that has nothing to do with the fertility clinic. And I was given instructions on what to say, but they did not translate. I was given the runaround, and it was just really difficult. And I think I wound up like hanging up, not on the person necessarily, but just I was put on hold, and I was just like, you know what? I can't do this right now. So yes, gonna get things moving this month. Again, I'm gonna take things at my own pace. I already said no to a test. I was like, maybe not this month. Can we maybe move that to next month? But I am starting tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, pretty early, I have an appointment at the fertility clinic. It's the first time I'm gonna be back there. I've only been there once when I got the exact same test done. So I think they'll actually be doing a little bit more tomorrow than they did the last time. I'm going to get some blood work done to check those hormone levels. I believe it's the follicle stimulating hormone, the 𝐜𝐸H, something like that. And they look at a couple other things. They're going to do a transvaginal ultrasound again to see what's going on there, see how many eggs I had the last time. I remember as soon as he did it and he had me up on the ultrasound, it was like, you have a lot of eggs. So that was good. But we'll see, it's 2 years later. And I believe I'm also getting genetic testing done as part of my blood work tomorrow. And I have written down instructions for Zach, because he has to make an appointment as well. He has to get a semen analysis done, and when he goes in to drop that off, I know, lots of fun. When he goes to drop that off, though, he will be getting genetic testing as well. So I've got that for him. I wrote down our insurance numbers and stuff. I was also able to schedule the saline sonogram, so I will be getting that done end of next week. A little nervous for it, but it's going to be happening within the fertility clinic, so I'm happy about that. That takes a lot of stress away. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. The other test that they wanted me to schedule was the HSG, and that's the one I believe they use contrast to look at my fallopian tubes. But they said, oh, you know what, we're all booked up for your cycle, like we won't be able to fit you in within this cycle, because they like to do things on certain days, and my period just started yesterday. So they said you could go to these 2 different hospitals. One was the one that I had trouble scheduling at, and another one is middle of Philly, and it's where my sister-in-law has, you know, had her babies, and she hasn't said great things about them. So I was like, you know what? Is it required that I get all of these tests done within this cycle? And they said, well, no. And I said, would it be okay if I waited for my next period to schedule the HSG? That way I can actually call on the day that I start my period. I didn't yesterday because I didn't have my appointment with, you know, the initial appointment till today. So they said, that's fine. So that's what I'm going to do, because I would really rather just get it within this fertility clinic. I think that'll make me feel a lot better and just more organized. Plus, it's all they do. Like, that's all they do. And I even told the doctor, I said, that makes me feel a lot better that you guys are able to do that now, because it was really stressful before. And I tried actually scheduling that appointment and gave up. And he's like, yeah, I understand. So yeah, getting that started. I'm trying to think what else. There's a number of things. Like, it's overwhelming. And it's expensive. It's really expensive. And I don't know when I'm going to put this video up, but I haven't said anything online now. I am losing one of the contracts for like work that I do. So it's a big bit of my income every month. And just found out this week. And I also am waiting to be paid for previous month's work. So that is a little bit of a stressor. So I'm, you know, when one door closes, another will open. It's just, that's been a little bit stressful this week, and some other things going on. So it's been a lot, but I'm taking it all in stride. I'm glad that I, you know, asked, can we not do everything in one cycle? Like, I told them, I'm not in a rush. You know, I'm okay taking this slow, obviously a little bit faster than I did last time. But that's where I am. So I've officially started the process. Tomorrow should be easy. It's just they do all these tests really early in the morning, it feels like. I'm pretty slow in the morning, so we'll get it done. I'll take you along with me, and we'll see how the transvaginal ultrasound goes and the blood work. I'm curious because they said my insurance should be fine, but some of the stuff I just got done for my GI appointment, like my CBC, just had that done. But a lot of it is stuff like immunity levels, which I am a little concerned about that, because I don't remember the last time I've been tested for varicella, but I know for Hep B, I have lost my immunity to Hep B, I think twice now, and I've had to be revaccinated for it. I think it's because of the Humira. So I'm glad that they're going to get this done, but a number of other things like HIV, stuff like that. Let's see, rubella antibodies. Some of these I don't even know what they mean. Maybe I should, because I did go to nursing school. The AMH level. Yeah, there's a number of things. And then I also have a lab slip for 𝐜𝐸. So I'll probably, I don't know. I know some labs will be done tomorrow, like hormone levels. Some will be done at LabCorp. That's where they told me to go. So both of us, I think, are going to wind up having to get 2 different sets of blood work. But some I did just get done with my GI, so I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. It'll be fine. We'll see how everything goes, but I wanted to update you on that. I also had to make a gynecology appointment, and I've been having a little bit of trouble with that because my gynecologist was in Philadelphia. It was actually part of the hospital that I had my proctocolectomy, and that worked out really well because I was having pooling issues in my vagina after the surgery. So having my surgeon and my gynecologist within the same building was really nice. But the person that I saw, who was lovely and actually referred me over to the fertility clinic 2 years ago, I don't think she works there anymore. So I was thinking maybe I will move my gynecologist to where my current GI is. So at least it's not in the city. but I was put on a wait list for them, and I haven't heard anything. I think I called maybe a month ago. Haven't heard anything about that. And I am overdue to get my yearly exam done. So I just went ahead and made an appointment at my old gynecologist with a new person. And I'm going to do that a couple Fridays from now. That was the earliest appointment they had. So that way I can make sure that's taken care of too. It's a lot of checking things off of a list. And basically once I get all these fertility tests done, the doctor can kind of tell me where I'm at. I do have something called adenomyosis. I've talked about it a little bit, but I really don't have a great understanding of it. But I told him, he's aware of it. He's going to take a look to see what he can see. He said sometimes, you know, when you get these MRIs, they're not necessarily accurate. So I'm going to take a look to see what it really is. But I did print out my MRI result and I read it to him. So it's a 3 by 2 centimeter T2 ill-defined hypointense lesion in the right uterine body with foci of T2 hyperintense signal, likely represents focal or segmental adenomyosis. So told him that. He's gonna look for himself and see what's going on. I have trusted him the most when it comes to this adenomyosis because every other doctor I've mentioned it to has never even heard of it. And he asked about my cycles, and I said, well, I noticed that I bleed for what feels like a long time, like 8 to 9 days. And the first 2 days, it's pretty heavy. But I also told him, I don't really, you know, I haven't compared it to anybody else's bleeding. So I don't know if it's normal or not, but I'm letting you know. Anyways, I'm going to take you along with me tomorrow for the ultrasound and the blood work. You guys can keep me company during it. I'm not really nervous for this one because I've already had it done. And I've had transvaginal ultrasounds in the past. I actually had one done when I was being diagnosed with PMDD. They wanted to take a look. So I actually did go to a fertility clinic for that as well. I had a friend recommend that I go that route because gynecologists were not being super helpful. So I think I went to like 3 different doctors. And it wound up being my primary care who officially said, yeah, I know what you have. You'll be okay. Kind of funny how that worked out. Okay, enough blabbing. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It's the next morning, and it's actually not that early. It's like 8 a.m. I'm about to walk into the clinic. They have triple booked me. I don't know how you do that, but they triple booked me to get me in today. So I expect that I'm not going to be taken back right at 8 a.m. I assume that I'll be sitting there for a few minutes. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then I will update you afterwards. Obviously, I'm not going to get any results today, but I'll tell you what I know. So let's head on in. All right, I am all done. They actually took me pretty much right in. It went fine. Got the blood work done, so they're gonna be checking. Ow! I just got a cramp. Well, listen to what I'm about to tell you though. They did blood work to check different hormone levels, and also I got my genetic testing blood, but apparently that takes a number of weeks to come back. So I have some information that I have to make like a portal, and then Zach has to get his blood work done too, and then we have to make an appointment once our blood work is back so we understand what the genetic testing basically says. And then we did the transvaginal ultrasound to look at the uterus and also to look at my ovaries. Apparently, again, I still have a number of eggs. The nurse practitioner that did this said that they like to see at least 10 between both ovaries. And I think she saw 17 on my right ovary and 19 on my left. So she's like, great egg stores. Doesn't mean anything about the quality of them though. So we'll see there. I should get the results of the hormone tests later today. But as I'm finishing up, clearly I'm on my period. It's the 3rd day and it's one of my heaviest days. It's just historically how it's been. And I looked around the room to see if there were wipes or anything. I didn't see anything but a tissue box. And I stood up and tried to walk over to my pants, which were across the room. And yeah, I bled on their floor, so I had to clean that up. They're probably wondering what the heck I was doing in there, why I was taking so long. I was cleaning my blood up off of your floor. Sorry about that. You know, they wanted me to come in on this day. They wanted me to come in on one of my heaviest days. So that's on them. But yeah, I was bleeding quite a bit. It's all done though. Cleaned up the blood, cleaned up the crime scene that I caused in there. And now I just await some results, and then a week from today I will get the saline sonogram. So we'll see. There's going to be a lot of steps, a lot of expenses. Apparently the genetic testing is like close to $400 a person. Yeah, so not super great for not having one of my jobs now. So I'll have to figure out that. I don't know. The timing of things in life is just very funny. I made this appointment before I freaking knew, and I didn't want to like cancel it again because I just stopped going abruptly 2 years ago. I don't want to do that again, but this is just how life has worked out. And I'm kind of like, you know what? I will figure it out. I always have. I always will. Anyways, guys, I am super tired. I did not sleep well at all last night. I woke up so much during the night, and I think I'm going to go home and take a nap on the couch and just chill for today. So we'll pick this up next week, and I'll give you some results from what I got done today and take you along with me to the saline sonogram. But thank you for hanging out with me during this. I really appreciate it, and you guys watching. So thank you guys. I will see you very soon. Bye guys.